what time to start the show?
All right.
Don't be discussing nothing with Google on VNR time.
All right.
You hear me?
Sorry.
You dig?
Sorry. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I'm rushing the time, Mama.
Good afternoon. Top of the afternoon to you guys.
How are you on the outside? Hope you all are having a wonderful day thus far. Hope you guys had a wonderful lunch. We had for lunch, Robert?
Not one thing yet.
Where you buy for lunch then?
I buy rice, chicken, and where's that the other real potato. You want me pay?
Where you buy food?
That's a lot.
I don't know food supposed to be selling. Where you buy food?
I buy food in the eyes. Where you eat? I
need nothing yet, boy. This morning I just drink a power. It's not an imitation. I drink a power malt.
I never hear about that malt.
Never Google it. Anyway, Google nobody power malt.
Nobody power malt, Google?
Nobody power malt.
I know you just drink malt. That's okay, don't get pressure.
I had a power malt this morning and I eat a packet of fruit and nuts. That was for breakfast. And I just...
Watching the size?
Watching what size? Me I know size?
Yes. I find you stop going gym and thing or?
Me I know size. So because I ain't posting it.
Well, I don't know accent.
I stop post. People want to know your business. I stop post.
Tobago is in the house already.
Hi.
Oh, let's share the live.
Hi, Tobago.
Tobago share the live, eh?
Tobago always number one on the list.
Yeah. Tobago is our number one fan.
Thank you, Google, for holding down the
Good morning. What Google do?
Really work today, you know?
What Google do this morning?
Nothing.
Again? You mean again for the very first time?
Best week says Google ain't do nothing this morning. Best we game this time.
Google, you want us time to operate?
Since he has so much things to show. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Terrence.
Margaret always dancing.
What you all had for lunch today? Hope you had something healthy.
Yeah.
To build the where's the system? To build the immune system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fast food closed down, so like I eat no sort of fast food. So
who told you that people buying the fries and things in the market?
The market?
In the market, you go frying fries and you had those wings and things steady.
Well, at least it's homemade.
Yeah, it's homemade.
At least it's homemade.
But it starts at that grease and thing, eh?
Yeah.
Slim Darky's in the building. So Slim Darky, please share the live. Margaret, please share the live.
Yes, always share the live because we have some videos to show. We want to do this show a little different today. You know, every day we're hearing about the people who dying from COVID, who didn't make it. Yeah. You know, we still recording high cases, so we still need to get those cases down. Yesterday, how much deaths we had? 12 deaths. I mean, we reporting so much of the deaths. We're not reporting the people who contracted the COVID and who recovered and moving on with, you know, their lives. Yeah. So we compiled some videos, you know, just to give people hope and, you know, to keep the faith. Not everybody who get COVID will die. A lot of people have recovered. My co-worker.
Yes.
My co-workers.
Yes.
Because we had two cases here. Google and
myself.
And you, Robert.
Yes.
And you know, you all got over the COVID. And you all, well, I wouldn't say back to normal, but...
Why back to normal?
Well, I don't know how your mental is because I hear when you go through that COVID and you feel like you're going to die and...
Oh, no. For me... You want my story?
Before we go into the other stories that we compile, let's hear your story. How did you know you
Mali violin in the back now.
Boy. Okay, you work one day.
I work one day. I went down the road, I drive down the road. And I didn't want to go too in depth. Anyhow, I could go in depth, right? So around the same time Google got sick, I got sick, right? Because there's a family here. This is how I live with people, right? So Google was like, yo, I reach in town my way for. I was like, all right, no scene, I'll drop it on.
And at that time, you didn't know Google was sick?
I didn't know Google was sick at all. And then I dropped Google in town, And when I reached back home, I was, I was in a mess.
So you was good 1 minute, and the next minute you started feeling ill.
Yeah, ill. And fever all in my head.
Wow.
Watch that fever different. In your head, it's different.
Like your head was ponging around.
It was ponging, it was hot. I keep getting up and running in the bath and just bathing in the cold shower because it was real dread. I was getting like frightened. I will be honest, I was getting like frightened when I feel that fever in the head because I never felt that. So I was getting up and going, and then I hear that my fellow worker, Google, was in Cora. Is Cora Google? Cuba? It was in Cuba. And, when he came back, of course I did self-quarantine and things of that nature. And, of course, when we came back out, I asked Google how his experience was, and he shared it to me. He said it was like a bioweapon in him, and I all felt like it was, it felt strange. But what I did, I took real herbs and I steam every night, put a towel over my head with the hot pot with garlic in it and the oils to smell and things of that nature.
So you had like runny nose and things too, or just fever in the head?
Everything. I had everything. Back ache, foot ache, this ache, eye ache, head ache. Approximately, I had that for, I don't want to lie, approximately 3 to 4 days I went
before
to
the fever broke?
Yeah, that fever playing peekaboo. 1 minute you take paracetamol or Panadol, it's gone. You drink some hot tea and bush, it's gone. And then bam, in the night it come back. And then, it was real plenty.
Wow.
But the fever in the head, boy. And I was talking to Google about the fever in the head. And he was telling me about people hallucinating with that. Yes.
Wow.
That is what causing the hallucinations. So
The
that fever. So when I spoke to the herbalist, my herbalist, who was on, and we will bring him back.
Yeah, we spoke to him on the show
right?
already.
He told me you have to knock out the fever. The fever is the killer.
So you didn't have breathing problems and things? Because I
had a live breathing problem. My voice went. When I came back out to work, my voice was sung. Everybody was like, "Oh, you singing so? Singing different." And we had all that time the IWER show was going on, and we had Sunday is Reggae Sunday, and I believe that Sunday we had Ziggy Rankin, and me and Marlon. We did a clash on the show, and my voice, people couldn't understand what I was saying because my voice went. So it was a serious scene.
How was it self-quarantining at home with other family members in the house?
It was really, really challenging. Right? Because you had to clean up after yourself, you had to make sure you're in your own room, that kind of way. You had to, well, by default, you're away from people, right? Because others would be active. They will be going out. And you just feeling weak and drained. You just there. You just want to lie down. You just want to sleep. I rarely sleep. You hear? So by default, you are separated from your loved ones. Only when you want something to eat or thing that they might come and say, want some soup, look some soup and that kind of thing.
Leave it outside the door and take
yeah.
So like we said, we compile a couple of videos of people who, recovered from the COVID. Thank God, Robert and Google, recovered well from the virus as well because, not everybody recovers from this deadly virus.
Yeah. And
so we're
condolences to those families.
Of course, to the families who lost, loved ones via the COVID. So we're going to get into one of the videos here. And like we said, we want to show these videos for people to have hope and to know that, we can beat this thing. There are people out there beating this thing. You just have to do the right thing.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And
think positive too, because I've been honest with all you. I've been honest. When I got chewed down, when I was chewed down, I was like, I wonder if I'm gonna be a victim, boy.
That crossed your mind.
That crossed my mind. But remember that kind of Bible, I'm a Bible believing person, so I was like, hey, out of that. Back to yourself.
So the first video we're going to show is of a young man. His name is Dr. Avinash Singh. He's actually a doctor. So let's take in his story being a COVID survivor.
2 weeks ago, I posted a video about the COVID-19 virus and airborne transmission. I just want to say thanks to all those who found the information helpful and appreciated it. Now, in Trinidad and Tobago, presently, we are experiencing the worst wave of this COVID-19 virus. In May alone, we have had over 9,000 positive cases and over 200 deaths. And given our population of 1.4 million, I would say that's a significant value. Now, about 10 days ago, unfortunately, I started experiencing viral-like symptoms, such as cough and sore throat. I was tested for COVID-19 and I came back positive. Now, being a frontline worker, I thought I should share my experience and things that I have done at home that many others at home currently in isolation can relate to. Now, working in an emergency department, I have constantly exposed to COVID-19 patients on a daily basis. Things that I would have done. So I wore PPE every single day at work. When on arriving home, I would remove my scrubs before entering the house. I would shower as soon as I reach home, practice normal hand hygiene, social distancing. I even got the first dose of the AstraZeneca vaccine about 6 weeks prior to contracting the virus. It usually takes 21 days to take effect, lowers the risk of getting the virus by 76%, and this protection lasts for about 12 weeks, after which you will get the second dose. And this usually lowers the risk of getting the virus by 82% and lowers the risk of getting severe COVID disease and hospitalization by 94%. Point to note, given that I've contracted the virus, I won't be able to get my second dose of the vaccine until 6 months later. But how did I still contract the virus even though I took all the necessary precautions? Who knows, maybe it was just a lapse on my part while removing PPE at work. So far, the first few days, my first day or two, I had cough, sore throat, and runny nose. Around day 3 or 4, I started experiencing really high fever, up to like 39 degrees Celsius, and experienced it with chills and headaches. I also experienced a lot of fatigue. From around day 6, I lost my smell, I lost my taste, and around day 9, I got back my taste and my smell, and I didn't have any symptoms since then. So clinically, you will say that I can be classified as mild disease, but unfortunately there are many others who are not so fortunate and they would have experienced severe disease presently and are currently hospitalized. So what are some of the things that I have practiced? Isolation rules, so staying in a room and not coming outside for the last 10 days. If you do have to come outside, please wear a mask, preferably an N95 mask. After use of washrooms, I would sanitize if others in the household would have to use the washroom. If you have your own washroom, well, that's a plus. Food was brought to me and left outside of the door, after which I would take my food, plates, utensils, dedicate them, certain ones to yourself. Ensure that your clothes are separate from everyone else and washing is separate as well. Rest is very important. I would get 10 to 12 hours of sleep every night, as well as afternoon naps, 3 to 4 hours. Hydration is key, drinking of water. I also mix with coconut water as well. Even though I didn't have taste or smell, I still tried eating balanced meals, as well as a lot of fruits, watermelon, getting my vitamin C, oranges, vitamin D as well. For my fever and headaches, paracetamol worked wonders. You can also use ibuprofen if you do experience generalized body aches. What about antibiotics? So remember, it is a viral infection. You can't go on a course of antibiotics if prescribed by a doctor and if they suspect there's a co-infection by a bacteria. Most times, azithromycin is given. Don't forget that you should also have a SpO2 monitor and a thermometer, and you should be checking these every single day. The SpO2 monitor checks your oxygen status as well as your heart rate. The oxygen that is acceptable that we look at is 95% and up. Now, there are many of those persons out there who are purchasing oxygen tanks and they have oxygen at home. Before you put yourself on oxygen, it will be wise to contact a doctor, whether it be your private GP, whether it be someone from the hospital, to advise you better before you go on oxygen. Many have been messaging me about dexamethasone, whether they should be on it while at home. So there was something called the recovery trial, and the dexamethasone is a steroid, and it only showed a benefit in the mortality rate in these patients who require oxygen. So if you are not on oxygen and you are home, then the dexamethasone is of no benefit, and it's actually shown that it could cause more harm. So lastly, one thing I would like to touch on that many take for granted, having COVID-19 and being in a room isolated for about 21 days is not an easy thing to go through. And mental health is something that I would like to touch on. Social isolation is a real thing, and a lot of people will go through loneliness, some go through anxiety, depression, and it could lead to even suicide attempts. I think if you know someone who is COVID positive, do give them a call, do give them a message. It's always nice to hear from someone and someone you could talk to as well. If you are COVID positive and in a room, you can distract yourself. The most you could do, look at some movies, listen to music, even if it means reading a book. If it reached extreme situations where you're unable to cope, there are also hotline numbers that you can call and talk to someone. Now, while my recovery process has been on track, there are many others out there who are not so fortunate, where they have been hospitalized, others in ICU on ventilator. And I would just like to wish them a speedy recovery, and let us continue to work together and overcome this pandemic.
So you guys heard from Dr. Avinash Singh, a recovered COVID-19 patient. I hope you guys can take away the important information that we are sharing with you guys, some tips, how he dealt with it. This is what the show is about this afternoon. We have a host of videos compiled, and we're going to be showing you different age group and how, each individual dealt with, being a COVID patient and how they recovered. So we have another video to show for you guys. His name is David Bailey. I think he's from Barbados. So listen to his story being a COVID survivor.
My name is David Bailey. I am 53 years of age, and I am here to tell my story of how I survived COVID-19. I became really congested, weak. My skin was sore. My appetite was gone. I had no appetite. I didn't even want to drink water. I just wanted to lay down. Very fatigued. Just wanted to lay down and be in my own space. When the first week passed, I was starting to get feel a lot better. So then it was just resting, eating. So then I said, well, I will start exercising. I started to feel better. The breathing was a lot better. So I started to exercise in the room, just rest, until they gave me my day for leaving the quarantine. I left quarantine on the 8th of March, right? And but a week after, I still felt some effects of it. Like, still had slight headache. Still was a bit congested. But within the second day at home, all of that had passed. What people will say, when will this ease up? This COVID, this volcano, and the hurricane season right around the corner. When will it ease up? It's always an episode of something. A lot of people still going through the cleaning of the volcanic dust, while still being careful of catching and spreading COVID. So it's a high sense of awareness. High sense of awareness around it. People are not taking things for granted like before. My message would be COVID is real. It is here to stay. That is my message. So hand sanitize, wear a mask, wash your hands, don't take things for granted. And social distance. That would be my message to people.
So, it's all not doom and gloom.
My name is Anton.
A lot of people are recovering from the he's finished, right? A lot of people, and you see in the age group, the guy who talked before was 53. The doctor was 28. We have Anton. Is Anton coming up next? Anton is how old? 35. Yeah, Google here with us.
Google, I want to give you a snippet of what you experienced.
I think Trinidad and Tobago who normally
he spoke about
listen
it on
to
many occasions.
But my main concern is the side effects. Right? I think Trinidadians need to understand that the side effects of COVID-19 is not normal, and you have to go for regular checkups. I was telling Precious about a friend of mine. I don't want to call his name on air because you know him personally, Precious. And both of us had it around the same time. And when we talk from time to time, he said to me, "Google, but I can't even walk up my stairs where I used to because of how COVID affected my lungs." You understand? And I was saying to him some of the things that I am experiencing too after. And that is what most COVID-19 survivors don't talk about, their side effects. Right. So while people they're saying, well, everybody, well gosh, what's the big deal about this COVID thing? Because they don't know that there are some dread side effects.
Yeah. As I was telling Precious too, my voice went for quite a while. People was asking me, what's going on with your voice? And when I say a while, it's for a couple months.
There's another guy who you know from here. He up to now, if you talk to him, he can't speak. He have a husky voice, and you know him to have a real deep. When we go on.
Oh, let me take out the mic. Oh, okay.
Right, you know him to be very deep.
I work with him too.
Yeah. And if you talk to him now, his voice is what all he had was no taste, no smell.
But I remember I told you guys I experienced the no smell for a whole month with a dry cough.
Yeah.
But
it's coming in different forms.
It comes in different. Everybody have a different side effect.
I never get COVID.
You see, but
and when I had the no smell. They didn't even put that as a symptom yet, because that was back in
I remember
last
it's a
March.
novel, and it was a novel virus.
So they were still gathering the information.
Correct.
So the reality of it is that the side effects is something that not much people talk about.
Well, look, Dr. Avanish even mentioned the mental health after recovering from COVID.
Remember, you are isolated, you know. You can't see anybody, talk to nobody, you can't tell anybody how you feel. I had my wife. Yeah, and I give her it. You understand?
She contracted it as well.
Yeah, she contracted it as well from me.
So that's like a guilt trip on you and all. Like, imagine I give my wife COVID or whoever.
Okay.
Because I would suspect if, let's say, for example, I come into work, you had to brave all the elements out there to get to work, and you pick it up to carry it home to, I have my parents home. Of course, it would be a guilt trip playing on your mind. So many.
In terms of the mental aspect, definitely.
So let's take in Anton John now. Anton John is 35 years old, and he's going to tell us about his experience with COVID and how he survived.
My name is Anton John. I am 35 years old, and I spent 11 days at Cora Hospital, tested positive with COVID-19, and I want to share my story with you. would say to our nation is COVID-19 is very, 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 very real. We take it for granted. We have a way that we like to say God is a Trinity, and Trinidadians, we only like to reach a point where we have to get burned to learn. But let me tell you something. I was burnt. And my experience, I actually saw where and felt as though I was dying. For a minute, I thought I was gone. I had reached that point where, hey, that's it. There's no more Anton. I started to think about, wow, after all of this that I did in life and the life that I lived, this is how I gonna go down. I'm not even gonna get a proper send-off because once I die here in this hospital, they have to get rid of my body because of the COVID. Thank God for the doctors and the nurses, the healthcare services at Cora Hospital. They were amazing. God bless those people because they took good care of me and all the other patients on the ward. I saw they feed persons who were unable to eat on their own, rubbing your head, play with your hands, talking to you, and really trying to help you to get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I had that that willpower to conquer COVID-19 and come out of this hospital alive. When I actually reached home and I opened my own door and I came and I realized and I lay down on my bed, that's when the joy came. And I was like, wow, Anton, you fight. You fought this fight and you beat COVID-19. You were home. And that's when the reality came in. And I was like, wow, thank you, Jesus.
So, guys, you just heard from a 35-year-old COVID survivor. You heard when he said you had to have the willpower to want to live because this thing could really knock you down. I mean, I just talking, and I can't talk like how Robert and Google would speak because they actually went through it and experienced it. I could only talk from what I have read and what I've seen.
Yeah, you cannot be afraid because that in itself is the enemy. You cannot be afraid and you cannot think negatively.
There's another doctor, Google. Can you pull up that video instead for me?
Which one is that?
Dr. Keston Ratton.
Keston Ratton.
Which one is that?
Go to file. Go to file.
Yeah.
5+.
Yeah, 5+.
And let's scroll across.
Okay, look at me.
All right.
Is it here?
No, go down. Go down. Yes, that's him.
Right.
I want us to take in his story. He's a medical doctor.
Okay.
And he said he was doing all the precautions.
Yeah, and this is what I was
wearing PPE.
You could be masked up. You could. It always have. I believe it always have. And this is my opinion. That downtime way, that it could slip in.
Yeah.
And he's 28 years old. Remember when COVID had now?
When I got it, my neighbor, listen to me, my neighbor used to pick me up from home. He lives on the same street as me. Pick me up from home, drop me in front of the building here.
From San Fernando?
Yes, because he work in HGC.
Okay. That was nice of him.
Right? Yeah. So he used to drop me here. Then he used to come back and pick me up and carry me home.
Right.
So I didn't have that interaction to see.
Yeah,
at that time, the country was locked down too.
Yes. Yeah, we was on a serious lockdown. I remember the day, Google.
Google,
I remember the day I dropped it.
Let me know
Oh, gosh.
Now, when you gave Google the drop the powder spin, he wasn't showing no signs of being ill.
No signs.
No runny nose.
No,
runny
me and
eye.
Google. You see, like how we just be joking and,
Yeah.
but that's
all
me
that time
every
we
day.
had to-
Let me tell you something that it's boss who watch me.
I remember
the
you
day
that story.
Yeah.
coming by the door, he stand by his door, boss. Stand by the door and say, Google, you're not looking
You're
like
looking
yourself. You're not looking like the Google I know.
Yeah.
He said what me, I didn't
I
have
remember that
breakfast
day.
this morning.
I remember that day.
And
Yeah.
he sent to buy something for me to eat. And I went in his office and I eat.
All that time you were COVID.
Yeah.
It's a good thing my immune system strong because I's coming after you.
So,
All you feel is joke I make when I tell her, I girl, let's drink my turmeric and take.
Now, well, every morning,
he's a girl, I love you.
ginger, turmeric, cayenne pepper, you name it. Right now, I have it.
So you just drink them things
But
now.
yeah,
Google.
yeah, but I want to say this. You know, I was to say this a while now. While I totally agree with them things, but I want to say this at Trinidad and Tobago. You can't be drinking turmeric, ginger, lemon, and still smoking and drinking.
Yeah, better than that. Better than that.
If you're smoking and you're drinking and you want to play, you want to build it, you're not building
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
You are basically you're making yourself more open to the virus.
Truly, yeah.
So you have the people out there who say, I drinking my turmeric and my ginger, and you're smoking like a chimney.
Yeah, and it's funny that you said that because just this morning I was talking to my herbalist and he said, let me tell you, if you're not feeling sick, do not drink that, because those are inflammatory agents.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it will kill everything in you and open you up more to the virus.
Thank you.
So we had to use wisdom.
That's the
same
use-
time.
But why say people not getting the common cold again? It's just COVID.
Now
No,
people
it's
still,
not.
people can come and go there. Yeah.
But you see the gastro and all these things that people use end up in the hospital with, because we clean the hands and everything
Yeah.
so often that the hospital will say that that's like a nil.
Yeah.
So let's take in Dr. Keston Ratton's story, another COVID survivor.
Hi, my name is Dr. Keston Ratton. I'm 28 years old and I'm a medical doctor working in the public sector. 6 months ago, I had COVID-19, and this is my story. Now, as a medical doctor interacting with the general public, there are many patients that come in that are asymptomatic. And yes, as doctors, as healthcare professionals, we become vigilant. We continue to wash our hands, we wear a face mask, but we're humans too, and we can get infected with this virus as well. And quite honestly, it was a nightmare turned reality for me when I found myself symptomatic and COVID-19 positive, living in a household with my mom, my siblings, and just knowing that I was positive. I mean, I remember when I saw my mom and I was positive, I had to say, stop. And it immediately dawned on me. And I started to pray, dear God, please tell me that I did not spread this disease to my family. And I immediately went into survival mode. We put strict measures in place to isolate from one another. And thankfully, every single person in my household tested negative. It just goes to show that this virus doesn't care about professions. It doesn't care about your age, your gender, your race, your religion. It cares about none of that. Anyone can get this virus. So I want to implore you, I want to encourage you, continue to wear your mask. Continue to wash your hands and social distance. And I know it might be difficult. You might say, how can I social distance in a home? I did it. My family did it. And I believe that you can too. Just be responsible. Think about those that you love. Think about you not getting them sick and do your part to help save lives. As doctors, we treat people as a holistic approach. And so we don't just look at the physical, but we also look at the mental. And with this pandemic, it's something that's very important. When cases are exponentially high, you would find that anxiety levels are also exceptionally high. You'd find that people are afraid. Doctors are afraid, and the public are afraid. And so that's why it's important to communicate to one another. reach out to people, video call your family, phone your friends. My message to everyone is to remain vigilant. Stay strong. We are all in this together. Let's do our part to keep each other safe.
Wow, he gave his story really, really quick.
My name is
Right. Oh, we played
My
Anton.
name-
We played Anton already. We have a couple more to play for you guys, and from what I understand with the conversation going on the Facebook, is people really taking in the information.
Yeah, man.
People saying clapping, saying thank you, saying super. So I understand that people really, really taking in the videos that we're showing of all these COVID survivors. Google, you was saying people don't really understand the importance of this little herb called ginger.
Yeah,
How
that's
so
a very
powerful
powerful thing.
it is
Ginger
to help with your breathing.
It helped me because I used to have a lot after COVID. I used to have a lot of mucus
Yes.
on my chest.
Yes.
When I get up in the morning and my hand full up of brown mucus and thing, and I thought I was getting bronchitis and all of that. And when I started to drink the ginger
Yeah,
powerful.
is an inflammatory agent, anti-inflammatory agent, right?
And I remember you were
So-
talking about the noonie.
The
I
noonie.
tried to drink that, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
didn't go down. I just bring back up everything.
Nah, yeah, that, well,
really
as
try with
Google,
noonie.
as Google suggested, see if you can mix it with some honey, but I just drink it straight. Because I used
I
to get
blended
acid.
mine, I put it in a bottle in the sun for like a week,
Yeah.
and I saw the juices. It was like a golden
Yeah,
juice. But then
coming
I
out.
put it in the blender and I blended it.
Uh-huh.
So it became thick like a punch.
Oh.
And then I tried to drink that and
Nah. I'll give you the
and I just drink all kind of thing.
Yeah, I see that.
I tell you right now, I just drink Zaba Peak and
Zaba
thing
Peak.
straight.
Yeah,
Then
Zaba
people say
Peak.
that red bitter, I mean,
What
yeah,
I-
it's bitter, but
you
I
could-
drink it like normal.
You could chew up a Zaba Peak.
Huh?
You could chew it up, like the leaf itself.
No, well, I never try.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
different,
boil
you know.
it and just drink it.
Yeah.
I could stomach Zaba Peak, but I
Zaba
couldn't
Peak.
stomach that noonie boy.
Yeah.
That noonie is the worst
Seed
thing I
under
ever
the
taste.
leaf is a really, really good herb too. Seed on the leaf. That is for blood pressure. Well, some of the other things you could use it for, Google,
No.
I know I just use it for blood pressure. Right, but I think you told me also for cool and stuff. But seed under the leaf. Seed on the leaf. Or you look up that back, I know.
Look, Shari saying neem leaves.
Yeah, neem.
Good also.
That I one called chandelier. Chandelier. You pong it up
Yeah.
and you put
Even
some.
if you have an ulcer on your leg, or whatever, and you put that chandelier leaf on it, it just bring out the
Information?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's a very, very good leaf.
So I see the phone lines are ringing.
Yeah,
So we
you
want to
your
take some calls. Yes.
Before we play the other one.
We have a couple more to play, But the phone lines are ringing, so we want to take some phone calls. So we're gonna get into it one time. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Okay, Sister Precious, Brother Roberts, and Mr. Pastor Google.
Blessings.
Now, this is Mr. Tabaki. I would like to let you all know, and all activists, Mr. Tabaki took the vaccine 2 Sundays back. And I must tell you all, just the night, the Sunday night, you get just a little chill, if you know what I mean. What I did, I took 2 paracetamol. And just for safety, it's the AstraZeneca. I just threw up a piece of, saffron, drink some water. And the Monday, which was the holiday, right, Indian arrival, just a slight little headache. And by the evening period, and by Tuesday, Mr. Tabaki was up and running. As we speak, I'm alive. A lot of people been calling, boy, why you put this thing in your body? And I want to say, I am calling all activists, go out there, take that vaccine. Nothing wrong with it. Forget about the conspiracy theory and all these things. But I have a pertinent question for the 2 gentlemen there, and very respectively. Now, Dr. Sao, who deal with prostate and male organs and so on. Heavy and no, not heavy, sorry. Pastor Google and to Mr. Roberts. I want you all to tell us whether or not if you all saying 6:30 or 12 o'clock still. Because now, hold on. Now, here I ask that question. Precious, you have a right to laugh. Let me finish the question. No, we are big people.
Yeah.
So Dr. Sam said it will interfere with prostate gland. You will have problem getting firm erection. This is discipline talk. My question to and to Brother Watts, you are saying 6:30 or 12 o'clock. Now, 12 o'clock, which means is the greater part of the day. Right? So I will take my leave and you will tell us if you all saying 12 o'clock standing at attention or what Dr. Sao say having problem with your relation.
Thank you so much. Answer the question, Robert. We would all like to know.
We all like to know. Of
Are you
course,
having problems?
12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Robert is a young, healthy man.
Yeah,
Has COVID affected you in that way?
At all.
Yeah,
At all. I
Google
rebuke it in the name. Yeah.
Precious? My wife could testify.
But I know you gave me a story this morning.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, what story is that?
Nah, that's enough for the
And that
radio.
was long before the show,
What question? Anyhow, I will have to stand in agreement with Pastor Google.
It don't affect everybody in that way.
Lover, if you are listening, please call in and clear up my name.
Papa, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good day.
Good day.
Something I take to is African bitter bush. It's really, really bitter, but it is work well. And I don't know if you could repeat again before the program is over, some of the symptoms so people can know what to look for.
Okay. Yes. I think that's
Most
something,
definitely.
and that's something that we need to do a little
Thank
more.
you so much.
Yeah.
That's something we need to do a little more. What are the symptoms? Because for people who suffer with asthma, right, Precious? People who suffer with asthma and stuff like that, no taste, no smell is something normal to them. Especially when Sahara dust is around.
Right.
No taste, no smell is something that's normal.
Yeah.
But in this time of COVID, no taste, no smell. If you have that, stay home. Don't go to work. Don't go around people untested until you go and get tested.
Precious, stand there. Is you? Yeah, you was telling me I was smelling the perfume. You
I was
smell it.
frightened.
You can smell. I don't want to, boy.
I was like, Lord, Father, so
I didn't get that symptom,
never
no.
come back.
You notice?
I didn't get it.
Let's
I
take
get
this
it
one.
notice. I get it notice.
Good day.
But the smell, I was smelling.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Hi, Precious.
Hi.
Lord Father.
Pastor Google.
Jesus help
I
us.
hear you, I hear you, Pastor Google. I will leave it here.
Amen.
This is Mr. Leave it, eh?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I will leave it there.
Yes. Yesterday, my wife is listening to. My wife told me, "Do not let Mr. Leave there get you upset." So I told him, I said, my wife told me, don't allow you to get me upset. So when I told him, he said, your wife tell you what to do. Boom. She said, my text, yes.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Precious, good afternoon to you.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Who you have there in the studio again there with you? You have a doctor there too?
We have Pastor Google and my co-host Robert.
Well, yes, Robert, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Pastor Google.
Share the live. I'm a girl.
Precious to hear him share the live.
I tell you.
Precious, to be honest with you, well, I'll be going to take my vaccine tomorrow, please God.
Praise the Lord. Amen.
Yes. What I am making joke with that, I'm taking mine tomorrow, please God. And Pastor Google, what you're saying is totally true. You see ginger? Pressure, that is my tea in the morning coming on. Garlic, ginger, fever grass, moringa, some bay leaf. If you see, I just make a whole bomb. You understand? And I just drink it. And you must not drink these things with sugar, yeah?
Right.
You You must not drink it with no sugar. You must drink it just like that. And I bought a small bottle of liver oil, and Pastor Google, I take a little drop and drop it into that tea any morning before I drink it. You understand me? So why is I'm drinking it? I'm healing everything. You understand me? That's what I do every morning. I ain't making joke with that at all. And I have also, Pastor Google, some Vega peep I'm punching, soaking about over 15 years. Precious, I just take a little bit of that. When you take that, my body has to scratch up my body and all that to tell you. But I am not making a joke, in the family because see the sickness we have here, we have to fight it. So I'll be taking my vaccine tomorrow, please God, and I'm going to tell you all. I'll come back on both on the station I took it, okay?
And give us all the details of how your body, reacted to it. Guys, we got to go play these ads, and when we come back, we continue on with the conversation, all right? So y'all keep it locked to the Street 919 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 91 Eastern Main Road in St. Augustine. For the program, Health and Healing, merging the old with the new with Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on the Street 919 FM.
Sign up and save with Green Dot. When you subscribe to any of our broadband packages, you get 30% off the installation fee, allowing you to stream your favorite shows on any of your devices. Update your social media accounts and connect with friends and family. Stay on top of the class with online learning sessions, or keep your team in the loop with virtual meetings, all at an affordable price. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait. Call 224-GDOT today to sign up and save with Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
At Green Dot, we're making it easier for you with the all-new GDOT customer portal. Get 24/7 access to your account from all your smart devices. View your account status, see your active services and hardware, view your balance, pay your bills, set up recurring payments, and more. Simply visit gd.tt today and register with your account number and email address to access this service. The all-new GDOT customer portal. It's just one of the ways Green Dot is making it easier for you. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
This year, avoid bacteria with C's cleaning supplies. Made locally, superior quality, a family brand you can't deny. Detergents formulated to be better. Fabric softeners make laundry the brighter. All sanitizers are multi-purpose. Spend your pennies where to purpose.
C's Cleaning Supplies is the new trusted brand for household cleaning. Visit us on Facebook and Instagram at C's Cleaning Supplies. Place an order by calling us on 340-4610.
Perfect smile, beauty's in every aisle. To take care of your body, we have all you need to stay healthy. Yeah, more to learn. Yes, it's true. Pennywise, just for you.
Pennywise gives you more to love. Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy. Wow. Here at Onia Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Sky is not the limit, please stay open. Be a voice for change and inspiration, yeah. Be true to yourself with every motion. Be fearless when you speak, the future's waiting, yeah. Just be, just be, just be, just be. Be mobile, just be. Now there's a new way to pay your electricity bill.
Quick pay your bills today. Quick pay, it's a whole new way. Online, pay your bill one time. Yes, there is a whole new way to quick pay for your electricity. Yes, they made it easy. Just enter your account number. 4 clicks and it's over.
Introducing Quick Pay, a new service from the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission that lets you pay your bill online with your credit or Visa debit chip card. Just enter the account number and contact information. Click Pay and you're done.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Together we aspire, together we achieve now. It's one love and happiness, real peace, togetherness. We got to make it better. We come to keep it real now. We don't want no stupidness. It's real peace, togetherness.
Trinidad and Tobago, sweet banana calypso, sweet banana calypso. In this beautiful island, Trinidad and Tobago, land of sea and sun, lovely people all around you. There are so many races, so many faces. Something has gone wrong. See, we just can't get along, yeah.
I remember how things used to be. So nice, so sweet. There was so much of love and joy in the air. I remember how we used to live so peaceful and free. Yeah, everybody had a smile to share.
Time to bring back those days. Time to bring back those days. Bring back those days when we lived together as one. Time to bring back those times when we could just walk and wine, chipping all day on the road. Together as one, one, one. 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 Playing cricket in the street, snow cone to beat the irony. Families gather round for the village football competition. Every cook-up used to share between.
So welcome back, guys, to the VNR show. And of course, Google, he is sitting in on this wonderful program with us. You know, we're talking about COVID survivors, and we're seeing so much conversations going on the Facebook about, you know, herbs that you could take to fight off, you know, to build your immune system. Somebody's asking, what is the asthma bush?
Asthma bush?
Yes, what is the asthma bush? So if somebody could share the information with us on the Facebook so we could read it out for everybody else.
What's the person's name?
Who asked what is the asthma bush? Debbie.
Debbie. All right, Debbie.
What is asthma bush?
I'll just find out for you and I'll inbox you.
And hi to Martin. Martin says, I am enjoying the program. Very, very informative, right? Legacy Guy saying there are some apps geared towards identifying plants and they work reasonably well. You take a shot of the leaf and the program searches the net for the plant.
Okay.
Really, really cool. What's the name of it?
PlantNet.
Picture this. Paid version, PlantNet. Free. So everybody go and download that app, PlantNet. He says it's really, really cool. You take a picture of the leaf and the program goes through research and identify, you know, what it is good for. So
say that again?
PlantNet. He said it's an app. Yeah, Google download the app.
Let me see it now. Let me try it.
Download the app.
PlantNet. You can't do it?
I could do it, but I can multitask now. If I do one thing, it's one thing.
All right, now we go.
Yeah. So you download it, right? So we taking the calls. Still taking calls.
What's your rude body?
342-008-177-11791 and 466-5391. Those are the numbers to call. Let me give some information to the HDC clients. Quick now. If you make monthly payments directly to the HDC, you are reminded that you can make those payments at any SurePay payment center located at select Massy stores. You can also do a wire transfer to Republic Bank, account number 150-228-173-001, or deposit a check in the box located at the HDC head office. If you need any more information at all, check out HDC's Facebook or Instagram pages or their website at hdcgov.tt. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
Tabakid back.
Yes,
now,
Tabakid.
I just want to
Mr. Tabakid.
Right. Thank you. I want to touch a bit on herbal products. Now, what a lot of people don't know, I never really established it. I'm a real herbalist. Yeah? I just give it up for a bit. If you all Google Demorius Horsley and you go on Newsday, about 20 years ago, I had a herb, the bitter bush, which I am the sole distributor for that particular bush in the world. As a matter of fact, I would have taken. You hear me?
Yeah,
Loud and clear, go ahead.
Right, I would have patented that through the intellectual property.
Okay.
So I, the only person in the world, could carry the ancient bitter bush. Now, let me say this. I don't know if people remember something they call the male poppy flowers, right? You know, it have the one that don't bear and it bear a little yellow flowers. Well, that they call that the male poppy flowers. You get 7 of that, and you throw it in a teacup, and you drink that. Long time, I remember any little scratching at the throat and cold. You throw 7 in a teacup, you let it draw for about 5 minutes, and then you drink it. Now, I'll tell you, there is 3 Christmas bush, which go for the cold too bad. Now, there is one that bear a yellow flowers. There is another one that bear a white flowers. Yeah? And that now, the Christmas bush, the one that bear the yellow flowers, what you do, you put that in a mortar. You pound it. Then you put it in a cotton cloth. You squeeze it. You put just a pinch of salt, and you drink that. Right? Now, the hog plum bush, which people don't know. Now, a lot of people could attest to that. You get the hog plum bush and you draw it. Now, long time when women were having an issue with the monthlies and children and so on, what they used to do long time, you know, they had big pail. And they boil that and they let the woman sit over it, and that remove all the, you know what I mean. Yeah? Now, there is a lot of, now if I tell you in my yard, I could tell you I have the olive, I have the Christmas bush, the same one that I told you. I have the all sorts of things. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you, now a lot of people saying they are herbalists, but they cannot identify the bush. Yeah? Now, I'll tell you, there is a lot of bush out there. The only person I see really does be online could identify it is Trevor Sayers. Now, when Trevor Sayers started his herbal business, that is the same time I started. I used to be a walking herbalist going all about Rio Claro, Pinal, Davis, Siparia. So I don't want to stay too long, but I also have a long time book with all the remedy.
Mr. Tabakit?
Yeah? So, hello?
Yes, somebody, a couple people well asking on the Facebook, what is asthma bush?
Right, let me tell you. Now, it have a fern, sometimes that is grow in the forest, it could grow anywhere. Now, that fern, below the leaf, it does be white. Now, long time, I don't know if anybody could tell you, they used to take that and press it on your hand and it make a mark.
Yes, that's
now,
asthma bush.
That's very, very good for wheezing and so on. You draw that and drink it. Yeah? But let me tell people what really good to remove the wheezing and asthma. It's something everybody has. Now, what you're getting is the female marijuana root, the young root, right? You get the Spanish thyme, which is the big thyme. You know, it have the yellow and green and the green one? Right. And you get 7 grain of garlic. But what you're doing, when you're getting the young female marijuana root, ensure that they didn't pick it where anybody walk on it or spit, because that could kill the life in it. Now, they get somebody in the bush, they just know the young female. What they do is something you can't wash out too much. Let water run on it if they get it from a good spot. Then they pound it a bit. They let that boil because it's tough. Okay? When they finish now the 7 grain of garlic, before you shut off the stove, they insert that in the pot. Let it boil a bit. Then they shut off the stove and they put 7 leaves of the Spanish thyme. Let that brew or draw, well, let me use the long time term, let it draw for about 6 minutes. And let it drink a hot portion. And hear me, all wheezing and asthma disappear. But let me warn them, do not put any sugar or honey in it. Now, it's something that people don't know, and I'll bring it to the limelight. You see, honey, do not put it in hot water. It comes as you're drinking poison. A lot of people don't know that. Let me have one more medicine. You see people who suffering with stone in the kidney, stone in the gallbladder, there is a cure for that. You get 7 bush and you make a lock and you drink that. Now, let me tell you about 1 bush before I go. You see the black stage? Now, they consider black stage to be the king and queen of herbs, right? Now, black stage is a thing that gives you the best cleansing. Now, if you want to sleep as a baby, now the black stage leaf, the yellow leaf, you draw about 4 of that and it sends you to sleep as a baby. Now, I could go on and on because, as I tell you before, I know all the bush. Any bush you talk about, if you want to take a bath, I could give you all the various.
Me want to know about the bath.
Sorry?
It's okay, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so
Thank you so
I will
much,
come in
Mr.
again,
Tabakit.
just call me,
Yes.
and I will give all you a history in bush medicine.
Let me take your number.
All right then, sir.
Let me take down the number. Quick. Hold on. I had to call Mr.
Pressure.
Tabakit to let him do me that.
But we give you the app.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we downloaded the app, PlantNet, and
Yes.
Robert actually went downstairs and picked a flower
Yes.
and scan it,
Yes.
and all the information on
All
that
the
flower
information
came up.
came up.
So you all need to download that app, PlantNet. You just snap a picture of the plant in your yard, scan it through the app,
Yes.
and all the information about the plant will come up.
Yes.
Really
We're
nice.
scanning again, all my business.
Good afternoon.
Uncle Jonathan.
Hello.
Hello, guys. How are
Sunshine.
you? We're going there.
Sunshine in the house. How's the bagel?
It's okay. Not too hot, but it's okay. It's okay.
I'm here in a mini
I
sunshine
hear
in the
Mr.
back.
Tabakit. No, that is a real bush doctor there, boy.
That is the bush doctor.
But guys, the bush was... Yeah, the bush where he talking about, where it does be white underneath. when here is a they just take it and make brooch and thing for weddings and thing. Cassage, you just take it and put it and all of that. They call that stand fern. That's a wonderful bush.
That's the bush, Mr. Tabby. Keep us just talking about. You so use it long time as a child, as a
yes,
tattoo? Okay.
Yes. Underneath green and underneath it's white.
White. When you put it on your skin, you make a tattoo.
Remember that?
You know, long means see that
print
bush
out on your hand.
Wait.
Yeah, but people who like such as myself will just make bouquets and cassage and all them thing there for wedding. You just pick it and use it and to make the cassage and thing.
Okay.
And it have a finer one. It have a finer one because that's good for people who have women especially who has oh gosh, this thing, fry ball. You could draw it and drink it, seed on the leaf. You could draw it and drink it, and that is good for women with fry ball and things. Right? And then we have one they call shine bush. I know the bush, but we just call it shine bush in Tobago. It's a broad green leaf. You pong it, you squeeze it, you squeeze it, you put it in a spoon with a little tinge of salt, and you drink that down. Girl, it brings up everything. I could tell you, when I was pregnant with my big daughter, nothing wasn't staying down. And I had cold right through my pregnancy, and my brother gave me that to drink. And that root up all the cold from on your chest. So you see now, people who ballin' they don't like bush and they don't like this. You see, we gone back to the old time days, back to the bush. So you see plenty bush doctors coming out now. Well, I always love my bush, but precious girl, I don't like bitter bush, eh? Me and bitter bush ain't no friend.
Now I drinking that normal.
Me and bitter bush. I can't drink that normal, I'm telling you. Zebra pip and all them things. I can't drink that thing. When I was born, just drink them things, but I can't drink them. Just for some reason.
Which bush is that? Which bush is that?
Zebra pip. It's bitter.
Mr. Bigo. Mr. Bigo.
I might not pronouncing it properly.
That is it.
Hey,
it's Zebra Peak.
I can't tell you.
Zebra Peak.
Bigo
is love all the time. Mr. Bigo.
Hey, Robert. I ain't the godmother, I know.
Yeah.
I ain't the godmother.
Let them know. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Bigo, thanks so much for calling.
All I know, the damn bush bitter. That is all I know.
All right, Mr. Bigo, thank you so much. Let's talk about what Legacy Guy said on the Facebook. You see, those people who wearing the ordinary cloth masks must be extra careful to ensure distancing away from potential infected people. You can incorporate the easily available PM25 carbon filters to provide extra layer of protection equally, and N95 mask. Not everybody could get their hands on the N95 mask. The quickest mask to get is the cloth mask. Even if you put on your mask, Robert, even the mask at Robert is how much you pay for that mask? Not many people can afford that mask.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I know that. That 100 and change for that mask.
Yeah, inside my mask, I'm going to show people what's going on here. You change this every so often.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's the expensive mask. I know you didn't buy that for yourself. Who buy that for you?
But apart from that, that's why people are talking about doubling up on masks.
I've seen it. People wearing, especially the cashiers in some supermarkets, have on two masks. You know, you could barely breathe in the one.
Yeah.
So you could imagine doubling up. But unfortunately, the cloth mask is the most popular mask because it's the most easily affordable mask.
When I make masks, I don't just make it.
And you make the one I have on here as well, the black one that you all are seeing with the white threading. Google made this one for me.
I put a lining inside too.
Google mask is very comfy.
Somebody actually said that on the Facebook. At time, these are one of the best made masks they have seen.
Yeah.
When I had on the other color. Google I tell you, we can make some money, boy.
As I was, today, just not going away from your subject, but today Trinidad and Tobago playing some match they playing today.
What match? I hear people.
Yeah.
I know what
was
sport.
upset.
Yeah, they was upset for the last one.
How much are you?
Then there was.
So you couldn't talk that when the show done. You and Robert about the conversation about football.
No, as I saw you.
That's not precious.
I not on football.
Football, yeah.
You
No,
not talking
as I saw
football.
the.
Let me take off all your mic. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pressure.
Welcome, but football. We ain't talking football.
No, just by the way.
Yes, honey, welcome.
Nice. You see the bush. You see how everybody come to bush now?
Yeah.
You understand? It's Panadol and paracetamol and all them things they're talking about. But just as we used to say, Robert, it have a book telling you all the antigen, all the anti-inflammatory, always septic. If you ever was showing you in all these bushes, you miss out vervain.
Bovine.
But we have to go for the book again. We have a app now. All you have to do is take a picture with your phone.
Make it so nice.
Yeah.
Make it so nice because I personally telling you, it have nothing coming my way like these diseases and virus that nature cannot cure. If you ever watching you, or have some, or to make sure that you doesn't feel so ill then.
Yeah.
Feel.
You sound like a man drinking a thing regular way.
Yeah? No, well, here what's going on, but just as we say, you do not go down on bush like that on a daily basis.
Yeah, use wisdom.
Watching you. Yeah. You must have a temperate. You was watching you.
Yeah.
So, how to use bush. Because just as we're saying there, you might be using ginger and the next thing you know, you're hot like fire, if you understand what I'm saying. So it's how people use these medicine that Jah gives to live with, that we'll make sure that. And another thing, according to you, Google and Robert, fear.
Fear, boy.
Get it? The fear that comes within the person, either more sick or get them better. So they have to get rid of that first instance of fear within dying or living and make sure that they keep well. According to everybody, keep your distance, wash your hands, sanitize, and wear your mask. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling.
Let me, I know that road. I better.
What road?
You see that Precious Scholarship Program?
What road? The football?
No, not the football. I know talking to you about the
Until if you go back and flip and picture. Okay, so somebody was saying that we should, identify the symptoms of the COVID, where we went up on the World Health Organization's website.
Bring it out.
And we're going to share some of the symptoms. The most common symptoms, according to the WHO, is fever. Yeah. You all could attest to that. You got it in your head. You got it all through your body. Dry cough.
Yes.
And tiredness. That's the most common symptoms according to the World Health Organization.
You want to sleep.
The less common symptoms are aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea. Google, you had that.
Vomiting.
Headache, loss of taste or smell.
Yes.
A rash on your skin. Remember, you said the thing came up on your hand.
Yes.
Discoloration of fingers or toes. And the serious symptoms are difficulty in breathing or shortness of breath. Remember, you were talking about that?
Yeah.
Chest pain or pressure.
Yeah, somebody said like an elephant
in your chest.
Yeah.
Wow. And loss of speech or movement.
Well, we were just talking about the friend of ours who we know who has a husky voice now after having a nice deep back.
Yeah, boy.
Talking like this. They're talking like this, person.
Now, what the World Health Organization is saying, if you need to seek immediate medical attention if you have any of these symptoms.
Okay.
Don't mistake it for, and I don't have COVID, man, I just have cold. Or don't sit down home and hoping it will go away. You're experiencing any of these symptoms, seek immediate medical attention.
Google how it was now, like when you went home one time, because remember when I dropped in town, Well, like you went on handle last scene.
I went on the bus one time to go home.
Right. And when you reach home, what went
That
on?
was it.
Sure.
Sleep and get up with fever.
And ambulance come or you went to the...
My wife called the ambulance.
Oh, Lord.
I think it's very, very important to note from the World Health Organization that on average, it takes 5 to 6 days from when someone is infected with the virus for symptoms to show.
For sure, yeah.
That's so important.
Yeah.
So I could have the virus, but I start to show symptoms yet. By the time I start to show symptoms, everybody around me get it.
So you can get it the Friday. Listen, the Friday you're good. The Saturday you're good. The Sunday you're good.
You're feeling good, but you already infected with the
The
virus.
Monday you start to come down with all the symptoms and all the vibes and everything.
It's like a dry cough.
And that is it for you.
Yeah.
That is basically it. But Precious, I give you something to read too.
Oh. But you could have read it, you know, you don't sit down on the show already. Read the thing now.
What you say that?
But you don't sit down on the show already, so read the thing. You're going to catch your boat.
See, I tell you, if talk about football,
We're not talking football yet. Talk football. I just sit down on Aisha show too. Talk football with Aisha. Aisha say, if I didn't send for you.
I'm doing engineer for Aisha in the back seat and in the front seat.
Anyway, Google sent me something and it says for anyone you may know who are COVID positive, use moringa.
Yes.
Fever grass, also known as lemongrass.
Yes.
Ginger, garlic. Boil and drink 3 to 4 times daily. In 2 to 3 days, you're good. It works. That was your remedy.
Well, that wasn't my remedy. If I didn't get a remedy, I would have been good.
Yo, I remember how much our grandparents used to live all 100 and something and great grand. Because they used to deal with these herbs.
Yeah.
Remember my grandmother poking in the kitchen, bang, 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 bang.
That's why Wendy Fitzwilliams does still look as beautiful as she does.
Yeah, she does look really young.
Because she
But how you know
continues
that?
I find since the other day he been talking about Wendy Fitzwilliams.
Yeah, no, Wendy have
you see the tone of voice change,
Yeah,
that kind of
down
thing.
deep. You could
Good evening.
You could hear how smooth and emotional the voice pop. Who you telling good evening?
Very good evening.
It's good afternoon, but who you telling good evening?
We say good afternoon to Miss Wendy Fitzwilliams, who from time to time will listen to the Street 919 FM.
And it's that. Well, do a job now. Play a job now.
Oh, you're too late. Hey, you want to say happy birthday to Bruce Wayne? Today's Bruce Wayne's birthday.
Today's Bruce Wayne
of course, another one of our ex-colleague, Aaron. Happy birthday to you guys. Hope you're enjoying your birthday.
Old face Aaron.
Aaron is my boy.
Yeah, Aaron is Google saying it. Old face Aaron.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome.
My radio. Hold on. You're right. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, a significant, degree of what I have to contribute is really directed at Pastor Google. Pastor Google, you called on a program, I think it was Saturday night, and you made mention, you criticized some ministers who were but we're not talking that. Yeah, we're not talking that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, master.
Yeah, we're not talking that.
This is not Google show. This is VNR.
But we now come in because we ain't talking about ministers and nothing.
Nothing about no ministers.
We're talking that.
This is the
Google show is from 9 o'clock in the morning to 2.
You realize the vibration on the show? What? This is VNR happy vibes. All right? Nice.
What trouble is this?
Yes. Let me go again. Google is the wet man boy.
Google is a wet man.
Google get them the Barry White again.
Yes, so again I want to say good afternoon to Miss Wendy Fitzwilliams, who
you know she personal?
Yeah, very, very personal.
Not often, aren't you?
Not as often as I would like. But
I hope your wife not. I hope your wife.
And you know, my wife and Wendy resembles a whole lot, so
Hey.
it just has that.
No, we just having fun, and, you know. That's what we did.
I want to see your wife.
You want to see her?
I want to see for myself if she resembles Wendy.
Of course, I can do that for you now.
And I want to filter picture.
Well, she's here with you, so I'm gonna call her and put her on the line. If Precious like a lacare.
You really from Vinci?
You know where I from? Good day. Hello.
Good afternoon. I want to share for 1 minute again, please.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, honey.
This is Mr. Tabaki.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr. Tabaki.
Tabaki, Tony House.
Do I have your permission to share a little bit again, please?
Yep. Bring it out.
Okay, good. Now, one of the things I want to tell people what is responsible for causing all the sickness in the body is mucus, the mucus membrane.
Come on, say that again, Tabaki.
So true.
Mucus, the mucus membrane is responsible for all ailments in the body.
Come on
now. Acid turn into mucus, and when the mucus take control of the body, and what is happening, a lot of the food that we eat is very acidic.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you this, sir. Now, I know because of the COVID, people have to eat all kind of things. But I still want to ask them to be very careful. Because after the COVID, the hospital will be filled with chronic ailments. So if people could have avoid it, see if they could use less flour, less sugar, and less meat. Because those things is very acidic. Now, the only thing to help with the mucus is sea moss. Very, very good to remove mucus from the body. Yeah? It is highly recommended.
No, sea moss home and
bring some
no.
You wouldn't bring some sea moss? Well, like what so precious?
Very, very good to remove. Now, let me say this. I want to repeat this again. Mucus is responsible for all the ailments in the body. You all could look it up, but I want to tell people the acid, the food that we eat is very acidic. Yeah. Also rice. Now rice is 10 times worse than sugar. So a lot of people who consuming a lot of rice, you want to be careful. Now provision is very good. But one ground provision I would ask you to stay away from is cassava.
Oh God, I love cassava.
Wow.
And
yes,
saltfish.
Cassava, the starch content in it is very high.
Yeah. So Tabaki, anything with starch is in?
Not more or less anything, but I'm saying in particular the cassava. Okay. You want to stay away from it because the starch content is very high.
Okay.
I would advise people to stay away from sugar, rice, flour. If you're using the flour not too much, mix it with a little bran. But as I take my leave, let me repeat this. The mucus membrane is responsible for all ailments in the body. And one of the best things to remove mucus from the body is what I told you there. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tabaki, be listening.
Right. Sea moss, you get sea moss, you make your sea moss, and that will remove all mucus from the body. But again, people try to stay away from the acidic food because it's the acidic food that causes, because when you have a lot of acid in your body, it turns to mucus. Precious, you can call me any sort of herbal advice. And one thing before I leave, I must say, now it's good to take leaf and to get the name of it and everything. But I want to tell people, tread very carefully. If somebody spit, pee, or walk on bush medicine, it's no good. All the life in it have been dead. Yeah? So any bush you think about, I could tell you from A to Z. I master the art in all kind of bush. Yeah? So people, again, eat well. Good health is good wealth. But remember, too much of acidic food causes mucus in the body. Tabak it out now.
Thank you so much.
Tabakit,
you get a client there, boy.
You get a client, you have a
You get a
customer.
client, you get through.
Precious, what you talking about?
She ain't what the app again, she want tabakit.
Tabakit.
Okay, so nation
Yes.
in Trinidad and Tobago regionally and who's listening to us overseas, Google just showed me a picture of his wife.
Yes.
And I can't lie.
A picture.
There are similarities.
I ain't see it too good to it.
There are similarities to Mrs. Wendy Fitzwilliam. Google how you pick up this beautiful lady.
What do you mean?
She see you in the dark.
Hold on.
Well, it came from above. God would have handpicked that angel and said to her, go and cohabitate with that man.
Papa.
I give you some background music here.
Where you met this beautiful lady, Google?
Beautiful lady.
Where you met her?
Precious.
From the heavens above?
From the heavens. While in worship.
Precious, if you're in here, yeah. They're talking about, what? What you say? Seaweed? Seaweed?
No, I've, Simos.
Simos. And you say what?
Simos good for a lot of things.
Like what so?
Like
when
what,
you
Precious?
big on your sense.
Oh, okay.
All your big and all your sense. If you are Simos in your house, Google, and you don't know what it's good for, then best give me that.
You happy our crew, right?
Happy hour.
All you big man Google, right?
If it's your Google watching me.
Plenty of tabaki so the shooter.
Yeah.
And by everything, it has bad. It has this. By your body, the body needs mucus. But that's why it has bad bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
But the bad mucus, your body needs a percentage of good mucus. And one of the main things I hear, no medical institution encouraging people is you see, just like if you have a vehicle and you can run the engine without changing the oil and whatnot and things, you will need the engine in no time. You see the detoxing your system?
Yeah.
That's one of the first priorities.
Detox, yeah, somebody told me.
Always detox your system, clean your system.
Yeah.
Because remember, you just when you put it in, you understand me then?
Yeah.
And you're not taking out where you constant putting in.
Yeah.
365, you understand? Days a year, you just put it in and you see. Detox is one of the main things.
And you know, call one of the best detoxes fasting,
Yeah.
I said one of the best detox is fasting.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, obvious. Fasting. I am man on a Saturday. I drink plenty spring water. You understand?
Spring water, yeah.
Spring water, yeah. Cleaning the system. Because remember, long time people. My father lived for 115. My great grandfather lived 117. Even years from long generation, what kind of living people. But the food for them is still. Remember the food, it come like how you go on the job for about a tablet, a bottle tonic and then the food, that's supposed to be like that. So eat correct. Stay away from all the hydrogenated oil, and the flour, and the rice, the type of rice. Because Canada having the one what they polish and that is dangerous. And I believe that you want to have it talking. Like they plan the natural rice, the one with the fiber in it. Then type of old school thing, what people are running. Look at this virus, bring it back. Everybody has to come back to nature. You can manage running from nature. They have to set up fried foods and all that kind of thing. Because obvious, that will mash up your inside. You understand?
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming
Thank
to
you
the
so
show.
much.
Let us do it natural. And clean. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, Precious and Robert here, I have to love you all and leave you all.
Yeah, but Google, I'll be careful. Yeah, say on national radio.
What's that?
That, do not go down any west.
Oh,
do not go west.
Yeah.
Remember, you're going south, eh?
Yeah.
Don't go down any west.
I know
Will
that.
you reach home safe?
Yeah.
You'll make it?
I'll make it, man.
No, I'm waiting on Google.
It's true.
Hey, you only need to say good afternoon to them, though, because they
Good
normally listen
afternoon to
to
the
you.
water taxi employees.
Yeah. Those guys and
the
they just
passengers.
let's be on the taxi and let's be watching actually.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, top
So
of
good
the,
afternoon
top of
to
the
you guys.
afternoon to you guys. Is you happy
All
or
right,
what?
so Google, it was nice having you on the program
Yeah,
as
that's-
usual.
that's
We
for
should
today.
safe, remember, take off your clothes outside.
Yes. Because you
Don't
clothes
go outside with your
outside.
clothes and your shoes.
And your shoes, you hear? By the door. By the gate.
My word. Anyway, have a good evening, everybody.
As soon as you reach home, take a bath.
And do not go down in the west, eh?
Have a good afternoon, everyone.
I know your wife have a hot meal waiting on you.
Give them the voice before you go now.
Well, let me say good afternoon to everyone and have a blessed and wonderful day.
That is it.
Thank you so much. And you too. Reach home safe, Google.
All right.
Yeah. So, guys, we're getting ready to wrap up. So, we want to clear up the phone lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear up the
Fine
phone
style, huh?
lines. Welcome.
Precious,
Hi.
anything better than you spoil. I will leave it here.
Oh, that is Mr. Libet here?
Let me say live it there. You live it in a good place. But I will tell her watch yourself because she married.
Everybody don't know that already. Welcome. Hello?
Precious, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you. What's going on?
I cool and quiet. And Mr. Roberts, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Top of the afternoon.
You know, I give this program 10 out of 10 today, right? I wanted to give the 12. But why I hold back the 2? I would have liked to see a come in the program and explain all the leaves and all the things that people could use, because outside here people want that information.
Okay.
This is a great program. People need that information. When you go to the market today, you see fever grass, you seen shallow benny, you seen all them bushes and them that tabaki thing over there. That thing selling right now $20 a bundle, $10 bunch of fever grass, and all these things you seen selling ginger is $35 a pound.
Wow!
When you look at it right now,
ginger is $35 a pound. The wicked.
I want them to tell me what tomatoes leaf will do to you, what bygone leaf will do, because bygone is $20 a pound. Tomatoes is up to $35 a pound.
Wow.
Cabbage is up to $15 a pound. And things just getting expensive in the market. All the bushes, I want to know what vegetable, leaf, what we could use that as herbs. Because we can't buy the fruit right now. So we want to know what the leaves could do to us.
But you know, and
how
on
we
that
could use
point, okay, thanks so much, Kola. But you know, whether that was a agenda or not, I'll say this. People, is now is the time to put things in the ground.
But then we had your herbalist on already.
Yeah, well, we will bring him back. We will bring him back.
Because people want to know about the leaves. And remember to download the app called PlantNet. Robert tried it. He went outside and picked a flower
very legit.
and take the picture and scan it through the app, and all the information came up on the
flower.
The flower dead.
Yeah.
If you're on the Facebook or the YouTube, watch just dead flower. Robert, now give me here. Only wicked, yes? Yes, shame.
Yeah.
This flower dead fast, boy.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's time to wrap things up. It was a wonderful program, very informative.
I enjoyed today.
It was really nice. I want to thank everybody on the Facebook Live, on the YouTube, and everybody who called and made their contribution. So I'm about to get out of here, go to the newsroom and see what's happening. Of course, Aisha Wells, she comes in at 4 p.m. But before I
Joseph Moses always asking if Aisha there. When Aisha come, you will see her.
Before I go, I want to give you guys some information. Digicel customers, you all get all the convenience. Now, you're no longer limited to paying with your credit card. You can use your Visa debit card or your My Digicel app to pay your Digicel Plus and mobile bill, top up or purchase a plan. So download the My Digicel app in your mobile app store today. And if you're not a Digicel customer, but you are a B-Mobile customer, well, I got some information for you as well. You can stay safe with easy ways to connect with B-Mobile. B-Mobile's customer experience store at Lowland, Scarborough Payment Center and Chanel partner locations are open to better serve you. For a complete listing of all stores and their opening hours, visit bmobile.co.tt. B-Mobile has also made it easier for you to stay at home and still connect with them by using the B Online, the My B-Mobile app, or call 824-TSTT to pay your bills and so much more. Together, let's be safe and be connected with B-Mobile. Life is on.
All right, Joseph Moses, I understand. But you're not like to put your leg without touching you.
So, guys, have a wonderful afternoon. See you tomorrow, God's willing.
Precious, have a nice
Be
one.
safe. Somebody telling me my mask, the strings of my mask need to tighten.
Yeah, Google if you're listening.
The one he made, the other one he made for me was a little tighter because he actually had me.
Yeah, that
sit
made
it
a
on
little
my
tight,
face
man,
first before he put on the straps.
Yeah, but it's legit mask. So if
Yeah,
all you
yeah,
want
yeah.
any mask, you contact Google.
Yeah, they come through me. I'm the manager when it comes to selling masks. Masks.
I will leave it there.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Swap a tan tan tan.